Let the forces of light bring illumination to mankind. Let the spirit of peace be spread abroad. May men of goodwill everywhere meet in a spirit of cooperation. May forgiveness on the part of all men be the keynote at this time. Let power attend the efforts of the great ones. So let it be, and help us to do our part. Good evening, everyone, and welcome to a brief introduction to transmission meditation. My name is Bisi Oshimbolu, and I aim to introduce more people to transmission meditation. I can also signpost those who are interested to establish groups, events, and sources of further information. I will also briefly introduce you to the world teacher and the masters of wisdom. They make up the spiritual hierarchy of our planet, and I will talk about their role in transmission meditation. I will also provide you with information about how you can form your own transmission meditation group if there are no existing groups in your area. And at the end of this short introduction, please join me for a brief 20 minutes transmission meditation so that you can experience and see for yourself that transmission meditation is easy, is simple, and it's a great way to spend your 20 minutes serving humanity and helping to make the world a better place for the good of all. So what is transmission meditation? Benjamin Creme, who is the author of the book Transmission, a Meditation for the New Age, defines transmission meditation as a group activity which combines two types of yoga: Karma yoga, which is also known as yoga of service, and laya yoga, which is also known as yoga of chakras. Transmission meditation is a very powerful way to serve the world, and at the same time it will boost your personal spiritual growth and evolution as it helps one to evolve spiritually. Benjamin Creme writes that evolution of one's consciousness can be speeded up through scientific meditation and altruistic service to the world. So transmission meditation really does provide an opportunity to serve and to grow in service. Please note that transmission meditation is not associated with any religion or creed, and it does not interfere with any other religious or spiritual practice either. It is a form of service which is very simple to do, and it is a service in which we can all be involved for the rest of our lives, knowing that we are helping the evolution of humanity into and beyond the new age of Aquarius. The Ageless Wisdom teaching tells us that every one of us is a soul in incarnation, and this is given credence by the prayer for the new age, which reads, I am the creator of the universe. I am the father and the mother of the universe. Everything comes from me. Everything shall return to me. Mind, spirit, and body are my temples, for the self to realize in them my supreme being and becoming. This prayer was given to humanity by Lord Maitreya, the world teacher for all humanity and the head of the spiritual hierarchy of this planet. We are encouraged to recite this prayer on a daily basis to allow one to recognize that I and God are one, and there is no separation. This prayer will also assist you in raising your vibration and coming to a gradual realization of your true self. Each one of us is a soul in incarnation, an individualized aspect of the one great soul, which incarnates and reincarnates to enable our consciousness to evolve. Therefore, I am a soul using my physical, mental, and emotional bodies on an evolutionary journey to create right human relationships and to serve the plan and the will of God, and so infuse all aspects of life with the qualities of the soul. As most of us are aware, there are many different types of meditation out there, and meditation in general provides a way of contacting the soul, a way for one to unite with his or her soul, so that the qualities of the soul, such as cooperation and goodwill, can manifest clearly and potently in our everyday lives. However, once contact with the soul is established and strengthened through regular meditation, then one starts to feel the urge to serve. But most of us do not always know how to respond to this call from our soul to serve. Therefore, transmission meditation provides a powerful way to contact the soul and serve in a scientific way with whatever time you have. Transmission meditation aims to provide a field of service, a means of serving the planet. However, this way of serving the planet is most potent when it is performed in a group formation. This is because more energy can safely be passed through a group and at a higher potency than through the same number of separate individuals meditating on their own. Therefore, transmission meditation offers an opportunity to serve humanity whilst working with others in a cooperative and collaborative way. After all, we are in the age of save ourselves through group service, the new age of Aquarius. Every one of us have a role to play in making the world a better place for the good of all. Transmission meditation also provides an opportunity for us to hang out on an energetic level with the spiritual hierarchy of our planet, because it gives us the opportunity to work directly with them. And it also provides us with the opportunity to participate in preparing the way for the great approach, which is the externalization of the world teacher and the masters of wisdom, their return to full public work for the first time in 98,000 years. Transmission meditation is safe, it is scientific and non-denominational, and is extremely potent. It will not interfere with any other religious or spiritual practice, and it will enhance your personal meditation and any other service activities in which you may be engaged. Benjamin Creme writes that many people find transmission meditation help them to experience and demonstrate love more easily. Some people find that their mind is more stimulated and they are able to express their creativity, and some people receive healing spontaneously during transmission meditation. Transmission meditation was introduced to the world by Benjamin Creme in 1974 after he was inspired by his master, who is a master of wisdom, a member of the spiritual hierarchy of this planet, to form the first transmission meditation group in London. Now there are many transmission meditation groups throughout the world serving humanity and also helping them to prepare the way for the world teacher and the masters of wisdom to return to full public work. And up until his passing in 2016, Benjamin Creme also wrote for the hierarchy. Benjamin Creme's work follows on from the ageless wisdom teaching, which includes the works of Elena Blavatsky through the Theosophical Society, the Alice A. Bailey's work through the Lucis Trust, and Eleanor Rory's work through the Agni Yoga Society. The Ageless Wisdom teachings are a body of spiritual teachings given by the Masters of Wisdom to bring about advances in knowledge and wisdom. They form the basis of all the world's religions, as well as scientific, social, and cultural accomplishments. The Ageless Wisdom teaches that we are one and that everything in life is spiritual. It also tells us that humanity's evolution is overseen by the spiritual hierarchy of our planet, and it reminds us of the three major laws governing our lives. These are the law of cause and effect, the law of harmlessness, and the law of rebirth. The Ageless Wisdom also reaffirmed the fact that Lord Maitreya, the world teacher for all humanity, is here living openly amongst us to usher in the new age of Aquarius. This is because historically, a teacher has always come to mark the start of a new astronomical age. And among some of these historic teachers are Hercules, Hermes, Mitra, Zoroaster, Krishna, the Buddha, Prophet Muhammad, and the Christ through Lord Jesus. The purpose of transmission meditation groups. Benjamin Creme writes that transmission meditation group functions as a scientific bridging group between the Masters of Wisdom and humanity. They provide a link whereby the spiritual hierarchy can respond to the needs of the world. Therefore, the group acts as a conduit to transmit powerful hierarchical energies that frequently pours into our planet. These are the energies that transform life on this planet, and they are sent through the chakras of the individuals in the group by the spiritual hierarchy in a simple and scientific manner. Benjamin Creme writes that since 1945, when Lord Maitreya, the world teacher for all humanity and the head of the spiritual hierarchy, made the decision to return to our everyday world, it became a channel for very large cosmic and extra-systemic spiritual forces. These energies are very potent and therefore needs to be stepped down because their voltage are too high. If they are not first stepped down before being sent into the world, they will simply bounce off the bulk of humanity and their effects will be limited. So transmission meditation groups are needed to work with the spiritual hierarchy, acting as a step-down transformer to lower the voltage of these potent hierarchical energies. The group also acts as a point of entry through which this energy reach humanity and stimulate progress. And the group also assists in creating a pool of these powerful hierarchical energies, making them easily accessible and useful to humanity as a whole, including the kingdoms in nature, thereby aiding the evolution of our consciousness. Benjamin Creme defines evolution of consciousness as moving towards greater unity, fusion, blending, the creation of the one humanity, not the sameness of life, but the unification of all diversity. The greatest unity with the greatest diversity is the evolutionary aim, and that aim is that humanity shall be bound together by the energy of love, and we shall demonstrate it clearly and potently in our everyday lives. So transmission of energy is one of the ways to achieve this, because once the energies have been stepped down to a level where it can be readily absorbed by humanity, then the hierarchy can now direct it to where it is most useful and needed in the world to aid the evolution of our consciousness. So I'm now going to present the spiritual hierarchy, who they are, and their role in transmission meditation. The spiritual hierarchy consists of the world teacher and the masters of wisdom, and they are the lords of compassion, God's representatives on this planet, and they are here to teach us the art of self-realization so that we can recognize and express our divine nature and also come to the awareness that we too are gods. To help us achieve this self-awareness, Lord Maitreya teaches that we should practice honesty of mind, sincerity of spirit, detachment, and we should eat only natural foods. The spiritual hierarchy are the great scientists, mathematicians, and educators from the spiritual kingdom. They are perfected beings with immense spiritual power, love, and wisdom, and they are the custodians of the plan of evolution that is driving humanity forward and upward. This plan is issued to them from Shambhala, the center where the will of God is known. And as the custodians of the plan of evolution, the hierarchy handles the solar, planetary, and cosmic energies that are stepped down during transmission meditation. They scientifically balance these energies and distribute them around the world in such a way as to further the plan of evolution of human and the subhuman kingdoms. And collectively, we respond to these energies whether we know they exist or not. The masters of wisdom are our elder brothers from the spiritual kingdom. They have completed their evolutionary journey and need no further incarnation on this planet. However, they have chosen to remain on Earth to oversee the evolution of human and the subhuman kingdoms. They are our educators, protectors, and guides. The masters are not here to boss us around. To them, our free will is sacred, and they will not mess around with it. They are masters because of their evolutionary attainments. They have complete control of their physical, emotional, mental, and spiritual nature. The masters know that they are true sons of God, and they manifest their divinity by demonstrating the intelligence, the love, and the will of God. And the master simply regards this planet as a field of service. The master of all the masters, his name is Maitreya, and he is the head of the spiritual hierarchy of this planet and the world teacher of both humanity and the Devic kingdoms. As the water carrier, Lord Maitreya is here living openly amongst us to usher in the new age of Aquarius. So who is Maitreya? Lord Maitreya says, and I quote, "I am the manifestation of both love and will. I am the caretaker. I am the one sent to teach you. I am the flute player. I am the lawgiver. I hear all pleas. I come to save. I render service. Make yourselves one with me, and let us together serve the plan. End of quote. And that's from message number 50, which I've taken from the book Messages from Maitreya the Christ by Benjamin Creme. As the world teacher for all humanity, Lord Maitreya has held this post for the last 2,000 years since he appeared through Lord Jesus, and he will continue to hold this position for the next 2,500 years approximately during this new age of Aquarius. Lord Maitreya embodies for humanity as a whole the divine force known as the Christ principle, the energy of the cosmic Christ, the love and will of God. Lord Maitreya is the Lord of love, the representative of God's love. And this energy of love is at present awakening in the hearts of millions of people all over the world. And it is the energy which is driving the evolution of our consciousness forward and upward. As the avatar of light, love, wisdom, and will of God, Lord Maitreya is also the same divine being who is known and expected by other faiths as the Christ, the Mahdi, the Messiah, Kalki Avatar, or Maitreya Buddha. So all these different names belongs to the same divine being whose name is Maitreya and is the world teacher for all humanity. Lord Maitreya is omnipresent and omniscient, and as the spiritual teacher for all, he is here living openly amongst us to awaken humanity, to inspire us to save the planet, to look out for the well-being of one another and not to self-destruct. Lord Maitreya and the Masters of Wisdom are not here to save us. We have to save ourselves by complying with their leadership and teachings. The only thing they require from us is to make it known to all, to spread the great news that I believe that Lord Maitreya and some of his highly evolved brothers, the Masters of Wisdom, are here living openly amongst us. This is to help create a climate of hope, to get everyone excited, to see the members of the spiritual hierarchy and be prepared to work with them as our guides, protectors, and educators. Their aim is to enter our lives without infringing our free will. In addition to Lord Maitreya, who is living openly amongst us, as of 2001, Benjamin Creme writes that there are 14 Masters of Wisdom also living openly amongst us. There's a Master of Wisdom living in London, New York, Geneva, Tokyo, Darjeeling, Moscow, and Rome. From 1977 to 1982, Lord Maitreya, the world teacher for all humanity, gave a series of messages through Benjamin Creme. These are messages of sharing, cooperation, and unity meant to inspire us to spread the news that I believe that Lord Maitreya and some of his highly evolved brothers, the Masters of his Wisdom, have indeed returned to the world, and they are living openly amongst us. These messages are also meant to motivate us to work together for the rescue of millions of people suffering from poverty and starvation in a world of plenty. Lord Maitreya's words are a unique source of wisdom, hope, and succor at this critical time of world change. We are encouraged to read aloud these messages, or the audio version can be played to invoke the energy and blessing of Lord Maitreya and to raise the consciousness of the group. So today I'm going to read message number 27, which I've taken from the book Messages from Maitreya the Christ by Benjamin Creme. Lord Maitreya, the world teacher, says, and I quote, "I am happy to be with you again, my dear friends, and to tell you that my emergence proceeds to plan. There are many now among you, brothers, who know me well, who trust me, whose advocate I shall become. Make haste to welcome me, to know me, to share my burden. Those among you who wish to serve the world have placed before them now the opportunity of all lives. May you seize it, use it to the full, and create for yourselves and your brothers a new life. My people are preparing my way. Make yourselves one with them, help them, keep close contact with their work, and let them show you the way. My plan runs smoothly. My purposes are being fulfilled. My rule is being approached. My time is near. My law will be established. My love is spread abroad. My teaching will show men the way forward, the only way left to them, the way of old, the way of God, the way of true men, true sons of God. My love will be established in the hearts of men, and together in love we shall know God, see the face of Him who sits on the shining throne. Together we shall kneel at His feet and know the peace of God. That is my task. Let me take you there, my friends and brother. Respond quickly to my presence and teaching, and I may lead you before the throne. Make haste, my friend. All is well. All is fast being accomplished. My mission shall flourish. May the divine light and love and power of the one most holy God be now manifest within your hearts and minds. May this manifestation lead you to see that you are but aspects of God." End of quote. One of Lord Maitreya's first priorities for humanity is to inaugurate a system of sharing and justice which will guarantee a peaceful and prosperous future for us all, and will eventually mean end of all wars on this planet. However, Lord Maitreya warns us that he is only the architect of the plan. Humanity must work together as a group to agree and implement the new changes we wish to see in the world. Lord Maitreya says, and I quote, "To share is divine, to love is God's nature, to work together is man's destiny." And that is from message number 19. I'm now going to present the transmission meditation process step by step. The prime motive for doing this work of transmission meditation is service. However, it also constitutes a powerful mode of personal spiritual growth and evolution. Therefore, the intention for doing this work is to do good for the whole world, and the desire is to serve. How to start? Lord Maitreya says, and I quote, "Begin by dedicating yourself and all that you are and have been to the service of the world, to the service of your brothers and sisters everywhere. Make sure that not one day passes without some act of true service, and be assured that my help will be yours. This, the path of service, is the only path for true men, for it is the path which leads them to God." End of quote. And that is from message number 13. So now that we've established our intention and desire to serve, you are now ready to join a group, and if there are no existing groups in your area, then you can form your own transmission meditation group. A group should consist of 3 or more people to form triangles, and this is to allow the energy in the group to be triangulated as everyone in the group links up with one another, thereby making the energy that is stepped down through the group more powerful and potent. The more people you have in a group, the more numbers of triangles formed, and the more powerful the group becomes. So for example, if you have 3 people in your group, you form 1 triangle, and if you have 4 people, you form 4 triangles, because everyone in the group links up with one another. It is important that the group should meet at the same time and at the same place. So please be sure to set a date and time, be consistent, and meet frequently. Most groups will meet once a week, twice a week, 3 times a week. It's whatever you can manage really with your time. Prior to the COVID pandemic, groups will usually meet in person. However, since the pandemic, some groups also meet virtually on Zoom, for example. So now that you've joined or formed your own group, you are now ready to sit and start meditating. The only requirement for effective transmission meditation is to ensure that you keep your attention focused at the Ajna chakra, which is the chakra between the eyebrows. This is to align the physical brain and the soul using a channel of light known as the Antakarana. So with the attention focused at the Ajna chakra between the eyebrows, the group is now ready to link up with the spiritual hierarchy. To do this, we say the great invocation mantra aloud, with the will to invoke the energies of light, love, and power, the energies which are changing our world and speeding up the return of the spiritual hierarchy of our planet to full public work. The great invocation aids the healing of oneself and the planet, and it is a powerful universal mantra used daily by men and women of goodwill everywhere to help bring about right human relations among all peoples. Throughout the meditation period, whilst it is important to hold your attention at the Ajna chakra so as to maintain the necessary mental focus required for a successful transmission meditation, however, in practice you may find your attention dropping from the Ajna chakra because your mind is active. And when this happens, you automatically stop being a conduit, a transmitter of these powerful hierarchical energies. So to refocus your attention at the Ajna chakra, just sound the Om internally in your thought. You just mentally think the mantra Om, and this will enable you to rejoin the transmission and also raise your attention back to the Ajna chakra. Transmission meditation is not suitable for children under the age of 12 because their chakras are not fully developed and they are unstable and they could be harmed. Also, people with history of heart, mental and emotional conditions should proceed with caution because some people may find these powerful cosmic energies too stimulating. For more information about transmission meditation and all the other aspects of Benjamin Crime's work around preparing the way for the reappearance of the Christ and the Masters of Wisdom, please visit share-international.org website. And on this website, you will find a free PDF copy of the book Transmission, a Meditation for the New Age, which you can download. And also, please visit Share International YouTube page, where you will find Benjamin Creme himself presenting transmission meditation in greater details and also discussing all the other aspects of his work around preparing the way for the reappearance of the Christ and the Masters of Wisdom. So thank you so much for listening to that. We're now going to have that taster session of transmission meditation. Remember that the only key requirement for a successful transmission meditation is to keep your attention focused at the Ajna chakra between the eyebrows. And when you notice your attention dropping, just mentally think the mantra home to refocus your attention back at the Ajna chakra. Please do join me now to say the great invocation mantra aloud with the will to invoke the energies of light and love and power, the energies which are changing our world and speeding up the return of the spiritual hierarchy of our planet to full public work. The great invocation. From the point of light within the mind of God, let light stream forth into the minds of men. Let light descend on us. From the point of love within the heart of God, let love stream forth into the hearts of men. May Christ return to earth. From the center where the will of God is known, let purpose guide the little wills of men, the purpose which the masters know and serve. From the center which we call the race of men, let the plan of love and light work out, and may it seal the door where evil dwells. Let light and love and power restore the plan on earth. May the power of the one life pour through the group of all true servers. May the love of the one soul characterize the lives of all who seek to aid the great ones. May I fulfill my part in the one work through self-forgetfulness, harmlessness, and right speech. Thank you so much for joining me this week, and I'll see you next week. Thanks. Bye.